What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. Hope all you're having a great day so far. Getting into this video, ugh, Sam is going through it right now. Um, she's basically investigating who sent her that paper, which led her to the community center. Not the community center, but that little, facility that Mike stay at. So she went there looking for Yvonne, who is the chick that Mike is interested in, but who happens to be married. It was good to see Janet Hubert today. I love me some Janet Hubert. Original Aunt Vivian from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, one of my favorite shows. Um, she looked good. She really do. She looked real good. Um, so apparently she's from this country or whatever, Galena, whatever it is. um, so Sam was wondering if she was the one who sent her the paper. But her and Curtis are basically thinking whoever sent her that paper used Yvonne as a decoy because she's from that country. Which I'm starting to think too, because that little nurse came up in there and took that paper. Whoever is targeting Sam has to be either her ex-husband's child or grandchild. That's what I'm thinking. Got to be somebody close to him, like a relative, that's coming after Sam. What I don't understand is why are they coming after Sam now? It's been so many years. You know what I'm saying? Like it's been over 15 years. Since I'm pretty sure probably since she married him, divorced him, whatever happened. Why come at her today? You know what I mean? It makes no sense. But I have a feeling though, this is probably gonna get worse. Like they're sending you a news clipping. Who knows what's gonna happen next? You know what I mean? Like, is somebody gonna break into the penthouse? Like, somebody gonna leave a dead rat in her mailbox? Like, we don't know what's gonna happen next with this. Like, are they targeting her? Did somebody like who sent that newspaper clipping? You know what I mean? Like, what's the motive behind it? Do they want money, revenge? What do they want? I'm intrigued to find out. I am because you know what? It's about time, Sam. They really it's about time they delved into her background. But I really wish that they would have did this type of storyline probably 10 years ago. It would have made more sense to do it years ago instead of now. But I'm happy with it because I think it can be interesting. When you delve into somebody's past, you never know what skeletons you're gonna find. You know what I'm saying? Like what's gonna happen. So I got a feeling though this might turn deadly. I have a feeling because that newspaper article was just the tip of the iceberg. You know what I'm saying? It was just the beginning. We don't know what's gonna happen next, and I'm intrigued by it. And I'm happy Sam is getting this story. Cause it's just a story really for her. You know what I mean? Like, and it's about time. Um, so moving on from that, Mike is in some stuff right now with Yvonne. Like Yvonne's husband Marcus is not happy that Mike showed up there giving her roses and stuff like that. Mike was like, "Oh, he basically showing me up." Marcus was like, Mike basically showed him up by giving his wife some roses. I said, "Well, damn." Um, I feel bad for Mike though because it's clear he didn't know that she was married. And when he found out, you could see like he was distraught. You see the sadness on his face when he found out she was married. I felt bad for Mike. I really did because you could tell he really liked that woman. But I do think her Alzheimer's is a little worse than his, though. You know what I mean? Like she might be a little worse off than he is. Um, Honestly, I can't really blame Marcus for going to Sonny and Carly and basically asking Sonny to keep your father away from his wife. You know what I'm saying? I don't blame him in a way. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, Mike has Alzheimer's, so he can't help how he thinks and, what he thinks or what he says. He can't really control any of that. Neither can Yvonne. You know what I mean? They're at that advanced level. And I don't think Marcus should really be jealous of Mike. You know what I mean? Like, the man has Alzheimer's. What are you jealous about? You know, he can't help it. You know what I mean? Like, why are you jealous of him? I get it, though, but at the same time, I think it's unfair that he basically feels like Mike is impeding on his wife's recovery. Your wife has him, your wife has Alzheimer's. She's never gonna recover. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a part of that sickness, that illness. They're gonna forget you. You know what I mean? Like they forget their spouses, they forget their kids. They just forget. That's a part of it. She's never gonna recover from it. So I don't really think that he's messing up her recovery because it's something that you can't recover from. So he just has to live with it. Your wife is gonna forget you. I have a feeling eventually him and Aunt Stella gonna start dating anyway. They probably gonna get together anyway at some point. I just get that vibe from them, seeing as how he wanted to marry her back in the day. Trust me, them old feelings are gonna come back real quick. Especially with his wife being in the state that she's in, he's gonna decide to let her go at some point. I'm sure. Just get a divorce or whatever, and just let her live in that facility. Let her be with Mike. The whole shebang. So moving on from that, this Daisy chick, I call her Asian Persuasion because sometimes I can't remember her name. She is, I'm telling you, she's a part of a cult. I can feel it. I know it. She's a part of a cult. The way she keeps rubbing Oscar's temples all the time and stuff, I'm like, yeah, you're a part of a cult. You definitely are. That's like some cult stuff. Um, Even Drew and Kim were looking at her like she's some sort of freak. They looked at her like she was some sort of weirdo, and I was looking at her the same way when I was watching. I'm like, yeah, you got that weirdo vibe. She's definitely running some type of cult, and Oscar and Christina are basically hooked on her at this point. Like look at the way Christina was when she kept breathing. Alexis was looking at her like, why are you breathing like that? I said, for real, like she just. I said, Christina, stop it. Don't get sucked into the cult. Don't do it. Before you know it, she gonna get cut off from her family. She probably gonna be giving them whatever money she making. She probably gonna quit her job. She's probably gonna be isolated from everybody. That's how that cult stuff work. They get you little by little. First, they get you to give them all of your money. Then you quit your job. Then you isolate yourself from your people, your family, friends. That's what's going to happen. That's how those cults work. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just want to get into your mind, control your mind. That's how they want to do. And I feel like it's going to happen to Christina and Oscar slowly but surely. Um, so, anyway, Oscar has appointed Jason as executor of his estate. I had to agree with Jason at that point. He was like, "What estate?" He said he's only 15. Like he's a child, like he's a minor. What estate does he have? But he does have an estate technically. ELQ. He is a shareholder in that company, so that is his estate. I wouldn't be surprised if Oscar left his shares of the company to Jocelyn. I have that feeling. I don't think he's leaving them to his mother. Jocelyn is the next person I would think he would leave them to. You know what I'm saying? I think he would. But I do agree with Alexis though. If Oscar dies without a will to protect those ELQ stocks, you already know Ned is going to try to take them. You already know Ned is going to try to get them. Because if Tracy were in town, she would try to get them. You know what I'm saying? Like it's going to be a free for all for those shares. And Alexis pretty much knows that because she knows how the Quartermains operate when it comes to ELQ, which is a smart move. And I do think that he is smart for drafting that will to protect those shares. That is smart. And I can see why he asked Jason to do it because Jason takes no stuff from nobody. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely not going to let nobody like Ned control it. You know what I mean? It was smart. I am glad that Kim and Oscar has come to some sort of consensus about their relationship. Like he's finally forgiving her for keeping the secret from him for so long. Which I knew eventually he would. He just needed time to come around. But it's good that he forgave her. Margot, it's about time Margot gave Drew that flash drive back. It's about time. I said, you got to stop blackmailing this man with his memories. Like, just give him the flash drive back. Why would he want to? I mean, I can understand why at this point, why he would want to keep Jason's memories because if he got his memories back, he wouldn't remember Scout, Oscar, none of that. Probably Sam, he wouldn't remember none of them. You know what I mean? So I can understand why he doesn't want his original memories back. But I think he should get him back, honestly. To know who he was. Why would you want to live have Jason's memories in your mind? I can understand the reason behind him, but I'm just glad she gave him the flash drive back. That way, if he doesn't, he can have the memories back anytime he wants. You know what I mean? Like, if he decides to go through with a procedure, he can do that because he got the memories. I just think it's about time she gave it back to him. As far as her and Jason little conversation, I didn't like how Margot said me and Sonny called a truce. First of all, prosecutors don't call truce with mobsters. That's not what they do. You may have called the truce on that particular situation, but as a DA, you still have to go after Sonny. You still have to. I mean, as long as him and Jason are in the business, you have to go after them whether you want to or not. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to be any type of DA, you would definitely have to. That's just the way the cookie crumbles at the end of the day. Um, I wouldn't blame her if she did go after them. You know what I mean? Like, they're in the business, so you have to go after them. So anyway, I don't know why Anna thought that little plan of her and Finn's was gonna work, trying to trap Obrecht into coming back to Port Charles. Obrecht is not stupid. That's the whole reason she ran to Cuba in the first place, because there's no extradition treaty there. So if she runs there and the WSB, the police, whoever, they come there trying to arrest her, they can't, because you can't extradite her. That's the whole reason she ran there. Same reason, remember when Dr. Maddox went on the run? He went to Cuba because you can't be extradited. Um, so of course Obrecht had a plan of her own. You know, she basically was like, you know, she can come up with a formula to help Britt without having to go back to Port Charles. But Finn is basically trying to call her bluff. You know, he's basically bluffing, saying that as her doctor, he doesn't have to treat Britt. He could just let her die, basically. But Obrecht didn't believe that he would do that because as a doctor, you know, he's all about his patients. But who knows? I think he definitely, you know, was trying to mess with her mind, of course. But Obrecht is not stupid. She knows once she comes back to Port Charles, she will be arrested on sight. She knows that. So she's not going to be dumb enough to fall into that trap. I wish that they would have just let Obrecht be on the run. You know what I'm saying? I love the Obrecht character because she takes no stuff from nobody. She's mad hilarious. Um, I prefer Obrecht to be on the run. That way she could pop up in and out. You know what I mean? It doesn't do her any good to be in prison, you know, because I love me some Obrecht and I love to see her from time to time. But anyway, that was pretty much the episode. I hope all you have a great day and a great weekend. I will see you all Monday. Have a great weekend. Peace.